guys, today let's talk about what happens if your wrap gets one big huge snag. So this can happen if it gets caught onto something and it just keeps pulling, and then you're left with this unfortunate snag. So to start, you can see that the fabric kind of gathers from it. So this will help you identify whether it's a warp thread, so that's going along the full length of it, or a weft thread. So weft would be if it's going sideways, I guess, from rail to rail. This particular one is a warp thread. So the first thing to do would be to try and get the fabric to where the gathering kind of starts. You'll be able to actually feel with your fingers the tension of that particular thread. It will feel a little tighter than all the rest, and that will help you know where exactly to hold. So if you do that, and pretty much as far out as you can reach, you're gonna wanna pull along that warp. Give quite a few pops to try and see if you can tuck it in. Now we've decreased it significantly. You can see how much smaller that is. That means that we're on the right track. I would advise to continue doing this, to do some horizontal stretching, and continue to try and work that thread all the way back. So you're gonna follow it along, and you're gonna still try to keep feeling for that one tense thread. So my fingers are telling me that it's still quite tense because of that little loop. So sometimes these happen actually, and you don't really notice. And so the more you keep wearing it, it kind of does this on its own as you're wrapping, and it distributes the thread for you, which is really quite wonderful. There's been times that I notice it happens, and then I go back to the wrap to look for it, and there's hardly anything left of the snag. So now we've just got this tiny little thing. Not too bad. That's something that we can work with. This is the part that requires just a little bit of patience. The whole thing really does, but you're gonna wanna distribute that thread. So I can see this thread where it goes. I'm gonna spend a little while and distribute this one thread all the way along for several inches on either side to make sure that I've got no more of this loop. If you accidentally grab the wrong thread, it's okay. You'll notice right away because it won't have any give to it. So if that happens, just leave it alone. If you've actually pulled too hard, you can do the same thing and just tuck that back in there. There's a couple little tiny bumps that I can see really close up, but not that bad. It's pretty well distributed. So from this point, I am going to do the stretching all over again. All right, so I would say that that was a success. I don't see any more loops, no more snag. And at this point, you would probably want to give actually the whole wrap a press and an iron to just set the fibers again. And after that, you are ready to wear it. And if there's any little bit of tension still off, it will actually start to distribute the more that you wear it and wrap with it. So you are totally fine to start using it again. Thanks for joining. Hope this helps.